Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island. Lagina Brothers finally get their X marks the spot for gold at the Money Pit. The Curse of Oak Island team finally knows where the gold at the Money Pit is buried. A pink blob on a geologist's electronic slide has pinpointed the whereabouts of gold buried near the garden shaft in the Money Pit area. There was tons of stuff happening in last night's episode of The Curse of Oak Island, ranging from a brand new mysterious feature with ancient pottery discovered on Lot 5 to a medieval spike found near the swamp. But the main area of interest focused around a pink blob that marks the whereabouts of a large deposit of gold in the Money Pit. It all began with geologist Dr. Ian Spooner collecting water samples from various boreholes around the Money Pit and putting them in little plastic bottles. Marty Lagina joked about how after 200 years of vast expense and digging, the secret to the island may be contained within a little plastic bottle. The point of Ian's task was to trace the gold in the water and determine where the source might be, and it looks like the answer is buried approximately 10 feet to the west of the garden shaft. The guys assembled in the war room, and Marty wanted to know about the gold. Luckily, Ian didn't disappoint. He eventually produced a slide featuring a pink blob on a map of the Money Pit area, and he said this is where the gold lies. The gold at the Oak Island Money Pit should be easy to access. And there was more good news. Ian and his colleague hydrogeologist Dr. Fred Mickel told the team the deposit is likely at the relatively shallow depth of between 80 and 110 feet. This depth range is somewhat significant. In 1804, the Onslow Company, while digging a shaft at the Money Pit, discovered a mysterious inscribed stone at 90 feet. The stone was suspected of being a marker for the treasure. The Onslow workers then dug into a flat platform or unknown vault structure, but were forced to abandon the dig when the shaft flooded. The Oak Island team has speculated that those workers might have hit upon the treasure vault. Marty asked his brother Rick Lagina if there was any reason why they couldn't chase this right away and start digging immediately. Thankfully, Rick couldn't think of one, so fingers crossed, the guys will begin digging on the next episode. Onward and into the blob, joked Marty. Once the Duma Mining Company has obtained the proper permits to recommence the excavation of the garden shaft, then the guys will be able to utilize their equipment and further explore the pink blob. Archaeologists discover a new mysterious feature on Oak Island's Lot 5. Meanwhile, on Lot 5, metal detectorist Gary Drayton found some intriguing pottery. This led to Laird Niven and his team of archaeologists moving in to take over the operation, and it seems as though they found yet another mysterious feature. Typical Oak Island. It's early days yet in the investigation, but there appears to be a purposefully buried stone structure that features numerous pieces of pottery. The pottery is highly decorated and tin-glazed, meaning it can be dated circa 1650 to 1750. Laird reckons the pottery is English in origin, but what on earth was it doing buried in an area where there has been no human habitation? It's yet another Oak Island mystery. We also saw the return of archaeologist Miriam, who hasn't been seen by viewers on the island since December 2021. The Lagina brothers decided to ditch most of the archaeologists when the local authorities asked them to cease operations in a large area of the swamp. Miriam was a fun addition to the team at the old stone roadway, and it's great to have her back. The Curse of Oak Island had been a tantalizing enigma for over 2 centuries, drawing treasure hunters and historians alike to its shores. Generations had sought the legendary riches said to be buried in the island's Money Pit, only to be met with frustration and failure. Among these seekers were the Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty, who had dedicated years of their lives and a substantial portion of their fortunes to unearthing the mystery of Oak Island. The story began in 1795 when young Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon a depression in the ground while exploring the island. Intrigued, he and his friends began to dig, discovering a layer of flagstones and a mysterious shaft. Their efforts yielded nothing but speculation and the birth of a legend that would persist through the centuries: the Curse of Oak Island. Fast forward to the present day, and the Lagina Brothers had become the latest in a long line of treasure hunters captivated by the island's allure. Their journey was chronicled on the hit TV show The Curse of Oak Island, where viewers watched as they employed advanced technology, historical research, and sheer determination in their quest. Despite numerous setbacks, including cave-ins, flooding, and elusive clues, the brothers remained undeterred. The breakthrough came in the summer of 2023. The Lagina brothers had always believed that the key to the treasure lay in the money pit, a deep and treacherous shaft that had swallowed countless fortunes and even lives. With the aid of modern technology, they had managed to pinpoint several promising locations within the pit that had been previously inaccessible. On a sweltering August afternoon, the brothers and their team stood at the edge of the money pit, their hearts pounding with anticipation. A state-of-the-art drill rig had been brought in, capable of reaching depths that had been impossible in earlier digs. As the drill bit into the earth, the tension was palpable. Hours passed, each second stretching into an eternity. Then, at a depth of 150 feet, the drill hit something unusual. The team carefully extracted a core sample, revealing a dense, black substance that glinted under the harsh lights of the dig site. It was unmistakable gold. Cheers erupted from the crew, but Rick and Marty remained cautiously optimistic. They knew that finding gold was one thing, retrieving it was another. Days turned into weeks as the team meticulously excavated the site. They uncovered more gold, along with artifacts that hinted at a much larger treasure trove. Pieces of intricately designed jewelry, ancient coins, and even fragments of a chest were brought to the surface. Each find added another piece to the puzzle, suggesting that the treasure was not just one large cache, but a series of smaller hoards hidden throughout the pit. The climax came when they unearthed a massive wooden structure at a depth of 180 feet. It was a chamber sealed shut for centuries. The Lagina brothers, clad in protective gear, descended into the darkness. Their flashlights revealed walls lined with gold and jewels, a veritable Aladdin's cave. As they stood in awe, the reality of their discovery began to sink in. They had done it. They had finally broken the curse of Oak Island. The treasure was real, and it was more magnificent than they had ever imagined. The news of the discovery spread like wildfire. Media outlets from around the world descended upon Oak Island, eager to capture the momentous occasion. The Lagina brothers became instant celebrities, hailed as the men who had solved one of history's greatest mysteries. But for Rick and Marty, the treasure was more than just gold and jewels. It was a testament to their perseverance and a vindication of their belief in the legend. They dedicated their find to the memory of those who had come before them, the countless treasure hunters who had dreamed of uncovering the secrets of Oak Island. In the aftermath, the brothers established a museum on the island, showcasing the treasures and telling the story of their incredible journey. They continued to explore the island, convinced that there were still more secrets waiting to be discovered. The discovery of the treasure also had profound implications for historians. The artifacts suggested that Oak Island had been visited by a diverse array of people over the centuries, from the Knights Templar to pirate crews. Each artifact added a new layer to the rich tapestry of history woven around the island. For the viewers of The Curse of Oak Island, the discovery was the culmination of a thrilling adventure. They had been with the Lagina brothers through every twist and turn, and now they shared in the triumph. The show, which had chronicled their highs and lows, ended on a high note, leaving fans with the satisfaction of a mystery solved.